I've always struggled with my weight. Allowing myself the freedom to eat whatever I want is so hard.
Yeah, that thought of freedom is so scary. I just had a client this morning who just has been living in food jail and has always struggled with her weight. And so she's in food jail, exercise jail, and she is just so afraid that if she lets herself out of jail, she's just going to keep eating and eating and eating. And we were talking about brie and cheese and grapes. And she just had a party, so she had some brie in her house. So brie was on her mind, and a nice baguette. And
Sounds good.
yeah. And it's like, I need to get this out of the house because I know I'm just going to overeat it. And I said, well, let's look at this another way. What you're doing is called last chance eating. Last chance to ever have brie. I'd better eat it all now to get it out of the house. It's like, no, you like brie and you like the bread and the grapes. Maybe you want to have it for lunch. And maybe you want to have it in the afternoon some more. And maybe you want to have it for dinner and for breakfast the next day. Let's just eat it as a part of your meals. And that's what will take the power away from the food. So you want to, practice eating foods that have power over you. And that's what takes the power away. I mean, does an apple have power over you? Yeah, because you can eat an apple whenever you want. But if I said no more apples, apples are bad, all of a sudden you'd start craving apples and hoarding apples and sneaking apples, like last chance to have an apple. So denial and deprivation of food lead to the need to keep eating and eating and eating. You take away that denial of your favorite foods, the deprivation of it, and you don't have to keep eating it because it's not your last chance. I mean, kids don't do that. Kids don't overeat because they know that they can have whatever they want when they want it, unless a parent comes along and says, no, you can't have cookies. And then all of a sudden, I remember when my son, a little kindergarten kid, came over to our house and he binged on Teddy Grahams because he didn't have any cookies in his house. So this was his last chance to have Teddy Grahams. And it's just really sad to see a kid having to binge eat like that.
Yeah. I think you see that a lot with like Halloween or Valentine's Day candy, right? Where adults and children alike, when we tell ourselves, or kids are told, you're allowed 2 pieces, it just makes it all the more tempting to try and sneak it or find it or get rid of it to take it away.
And the last thing a parent should be is a food police. I mean, the parent's job is to provide the food, and the kid's job is to figure out how much of it they want to eat. And the body has a natural balance. If you eat too much candy, I mean, how many days in a row can you eat too much candy? I mean, thinking back at my kids, I mean, they'd have Halloween candy on Halloween, some the next day, and then it just sort of sat around for like forever. And so the body can balance this. It has a very good way of balancing carbs and protein. You eat too much sugar, you want some solid food. You eat too much protein, you want some carbs. So again, look inward, listen to your body. You don't have to count macros, please. No, you just need to listen to your body, and this will happen natural.
Thank you.